people have been shot, how many people have been taken, how many children have been abducted and used as bait. I don't need to tell you that. You see it on the TV every single day. I don't want you to sit back and watch. I want you to do something.
So that's another example of primetime Stein in action. That's what you'll get on After Hours. That looks like one of his stunts. Is that real, or is that a conservative actually just calling out the left? I don't know. If they mean that and they're real about it, that's ridiculous. If it's a joke, it's kind of funny. My apologies to anybody that was offended by Alex Stein. You're going to hate his program at 11 o'clock on Wrath. But if you love being offended by stuff like that, you're going to love it. And I know I'll be tuning in. Lord knows I like to be offended every now and then. That's going to do it for us, folks. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Grant Stinchfield. Stinchfield's Army Rolls. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.
If your TV sounds funny in the evening, you're watching live from Studio 6B on Real America's Voice.
Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice, like that guy just said. On a Thursday night, as you can tell, it's Thursday night. Shirt night, what? All right, before... let me go through what I'm supposed to say, and then we'll talk about the elephant on the screen. Real America's Voice, Dish Network Channel 219, Pluto TV 240, 1175 on Samsung TV Plus, Roku TV, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, Select TV Channel 106, and remember all of the socials. Like and share, like and share, like and share. You know what I've heard lately, and I don't know, maybe you guys can jump in after I spit this out. I listen. I watch some videos here and there, and I guess they're AI, but whatever. They seem to be in the business of saying, let us know where you're from in the comments after you like or whatever to to their video. And I'm wondering if that has some type of influence on the algorithm. So if you want to do that, let us know where you're at. Feel free, and maybe that helps us as well. Like and share the show, okay? As I mentioned, Kevin Downey Jr. is here. West Palm Beach Vin is here. Let's start with Kevin, because I think West Palm Beach Vin is going to take a little more time. Kevin Downey Jr., we know you from the radio, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, every morning, Monday through Friday on LI News Radio. LINewsradio.com is the website. You can listen to them anywhere in the world at any time, because I think, don't they post it later so you can watch it or something? Or listen
I've got a Patreon.
Yeah,
most of them end up there eventually.
Anyhow, how are you for the third night in a row? You are here, and we appreciate it. I know the fans love it. How are you?
Well, thank you. I'm doing very well. Speaking of the fans, I would like to give a shout out to Patriot Jan from the Cleveland region. I won't get any more specific than that, because there are communists out there who would probably beat the potato salad out of Jan. But speaking of, I don't like the word fans. I like the word friends. And let me tell you, we have the best friends out there, because I will get messages from people saying, "Hey, I love your hair," or "Hey, where'd you get that jacket?" "Hey, watch out, the Pinkos are getting violent." But lately, the concern for Big D's dad has been explosive. Yes. Everyone is very concerned, and he's not here tonight, but if he were, I'm sure he would thank you. I want to thank you, because, we're all a little family here. Little family.
Yes. So you know what? And we do use that a lot with people that come on the show. We call them a friend of the show.
Yeah.
So I like it. I like where you're going with that. Well, let's skip fans and go right to the friends.
Exactly.
Sounds good. Slick Rick is also going to be joining us. He'll be here any moment. But now let's address the obvious elephant in the room, or on your screen. I'll call that Vin Buddha.
Oh, man.
The West Palm Vin now wearing shades at night.
You know, Vin, I gotta say, you look like every man that's ever come up to you and said, "Hey, kid, I can make you a star." Get in the back of my car.
Now, is this your Harry on the Highway bit, or what are you doing here? What's with the shades?
Hey, Kevin, you want to make $5 the hard way? Yeah. There you go. No, I'm just doing the Palm Beach thing. Just hang on one second. That was the lobster bisque and the chicken tartare. If you can bring that over, thank you. I did the West Palm Beach thing today. Thank you, and I got a lot of sun. I got toasted today.
You know what?
I had lunch.
Don't even want to hear this.
Yeah, this is.
Come on.
Mr. Delgado and I we were knocking down the wall
exactly.
to get here. It was like, okay, let's pretend we're leftists, and this is a temple, and we're just going to drive our car into the back of it and get in and get warm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, poor baby got some sun.
I thought we were family. I'm just sharing, Uncle Kevin. I'm just trying to like share what happened. Yeah, I got too much sun today. It was a cool day today. It was in the mid 60s. Thank you very much. And I had lunch at Mar-a-Lago today. What a great experience that was. And I just felt like, you know what? I'm keeping the sunglasses on through the evening. I feel very cool.
Oh, man.
Because I had a great day.
I feel like I need to pick up all that stuff that you're dropping between the names and the places and stuff. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah. Man, I thought the whole "I got too much sun" thing was as far as you're going to go with that. But then you had to say you went to Mar-a-Lago. Yeah, I ate a Dave single moments before we got there.
You know what? And I can vouch for that because he's got the large drink there as well. So while you're dining on tartare, this guy's eating something that's supposed to be a burger that probably tastes like tar.
Monkey meat. It's monkey meat.
Yeah. Remember, Donald Trump owns Mar-a-Lago, so I was able to get a number 3 and a small Coke. So he still has that fast food addiction over there. Okay.
Oh yeah, you went through the drive-through window. That's nice.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh man, it was an amazing day. And then a woman came in the studio today because there's a person who painted a beautiful portrait, and I'm going to send a picture out to you guys so you can see it.
All right.
Of Charlie Kirk. Amazing.
Oh,
and so it was pretty funny because she's walking around and she's talking to Ben, who works in the studio here, and she's like, I know, I recognize you. You're on TV. Yeah, I recognize you. And I'm sitting there, in the lobby on the couch thinking, I wonder if she recognizes me. I don't know. We're on live from Studio 6B. So she says, I watch every show on the network. Every show on the network. I said, you watch every show on the network? She goes, yeah. Do you watch at night? She goes, yeah, I watch all night. I watch all that stuff. I said, have you ever watched, what's the name of that show again, Ben? Studio 8H? What's it called? He goes, live from Studio 6B. I said, you ever watch live from Studio 6B? She goes, yes, every night. I said, oh, yeah, it's a good show. No idea, who I am or anything like that. So I told her, tune in tonight. So I have a surprise for you. Hello. Good to see you. Come back in anytime.
Did you get her name?
Apparently not.
Apparently not. The one name you didn't drop is the person you actually had a conversation with. Way to go, Vin.
I'm gonna call her Mary from Florida. I did not know that.
Well, the pretentiousness will never end from West Palm Beach.
I was hoping she'd say, I recognize you from Cops. You were wearing no pants and fighting the popo.
I couldn't believe it. We were having so much fun with her, too, because I'm just going through every show. I said, you ever hear of, Slick Rick? Yeah, I love him. I love his shoes. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Shoes?
Yeah.
She knew Slick.
Shoes. They know the
How
shoes.
about Delgado? She goes, I love Delgado, too. Yeah, well, and I go through everybody. Kevin Downey and everything. I said, yeah, it's a great show.
Did you ask her about
She
Vin?
just had no clue. She was talking to one of the guys on the show, and I found it to be so funny.
I got to ask you this. Did you say, what about that guy Vin?
I did not. I just went along with the program as if I was misremembering the name of the show. I was mispronouncing people's names like you do all the time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, you're very good with your enunciations.
Very astute.
He doesn't know what you're talking about, Vine.
Thank you.
Yes.
But it was weird, wacky stuff all day. I got a big kick out of it, and I thought I'd share all of these things with the three of you.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that.
Of
Nothing
course.
takes up more time than Vin sharing. Speaking of sharing, Slick Rick is here. Let's share that with everybody. He came in. Slick, welcome to a Thursday night. How are you?
I'm doing good, gentlemen. Very well. Good to see you guys tonight on a freezing cold New York City night.
Oh, my goodness. I know. What'd you think of Vin and his Burr, 68 degrees? Ooh.
Well, he's living the life. I have a funny feeling we're not going to see him until about May.
Right. He's going to be thawing himself out.
We're going to be calling him Mr. Remote. That's what we're going to be calling him.
In Detroit, we call the snow angels. Those are the bodies that we see when the snow melts in May. You're going to be the snow angel of.
You mean the people pops?
People pops, yeah.
That's terrible. All right. Well, the crew is all in, and again, as KDJ mentioned a little bit earlier, Damon is out. Of course, he's dealing with his family thing, his dad thing, which he's talked about here on the show. So we wish him and his entire family all the best, and making sure that the next things happen. And from what I hear, Dad is doing better, so that's a good thing. And hopefully they'll be getting him home soon. So we wish him all the best. And again, send him your thoughts, send him your prayers. I know he'll appreciate it. And we'll see what happens with that in terms of when we might see him again. Because I know that this was a big thing that his dad went through, and and the recovery is going to be substantial. So let's hope everything continues in the right direction for Damon and his dad. Gentlemen, did you happen to see what was going on today?
Oh, yeah.
A quiet day again.
Yes, as Aaron likes to say, so much going on. Today, President Trump had a cabinet meeting. Of course, he had a couple of things that, as only President Trump can do. Yeah. He discussed a lot of things that's been going on in the cabinet meeting. Covered a bunch of topics, as they always do. I guess changed the format just a little bit to kind of speed things up along, because things were, I guess, a little dicey the last time. He caught some flack, but he did have a couple things he wanted to share, including what was going on with the Great American Recovery Initiative. That was a little bit later on in the day. Here's what he had to say about Venezuela, because let's face it, Marco Rubio was talking about Venezuela up on the Hill. Here's what President Trump, cut number 4. Here's what he had to say about Venezuela today during the cabinet meeting. Check this out for yourself. Cut number 4.
I just spoke to the president of Venezuela, informed her that we're going to be opening up all commercial airspace over Venezuela. American citizens will be very shortly able to go to Venezuela, and they'll be safe there. They'll be safe. It's under very strong control. And the people of formerly of Venezuela, some want to go back and some want to go back to visit, and they're going to be able to do that. So I've instructed Sean Duffy and everybody else concerned, including the military, that if you would, by the end of today, I'd like you to have the airspace over Venezuela. Planes can go to Venezuela opened up. Okay?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so there you have it. Some more positive news coming out on Venezuela. And then this, again, we play these clips all the time because it's the president being the president. Trump being Trump, doing only what Trump can do. Here he is talking about the press coverage he got last time he did a cabinet meeting. Here's cut number 3. Check this out. Cut 3.
We are going to ask a couple of people to say a few words, and we're not going to go through the whole table, because the last time we had a press conference, it lasted for 3 hours. And some people said he closed his eyes. Look, it got pretty boring. I love these people. But there's a lot of people. It was a little bit on the boring side. But I didn't sleep. I just closed them because I wanted to get the hell out of here. Some of them, I didn't sleep, by the way. I don't sleep much.
I'm sure he doesn't.
Some of them got me in a blink. When you go like... And they took me as the closed segment of my cycle. And they said, he's sleeping. And besides that, Marco, between these two guys, if I was sleeping, they'd be waking me up. They'd be knocking me. Come on, you got to wake up, boss.
So there you have it.
Oh, man.
Trump doing what only Trump can do, cracking everybody up at a cabinet meeting. That's rare for Washington politics. We can talk about that when we come back from the break. Slick Rick has got sports. Kevin Downey Jr. has news. West Palm Vin has news from West Palm Beach. And we just need you guys to stay with us. No flipping. Where's the clicker? No flipping. Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Thursday night. We'll see you in a bit. Join us in the chats. Chat, live in the chat.
pretty sure I have it in order. I mean, I could just go off my phone. I don't have it.
I got the rundown. Slick said he didn't get it.
I didn't get it, no.
Oh, Aaron, I say the same story twice. Derp. You want to do that thing about bananas and rice? Do we do that yet?
Bananas and rice.
He's part Somalian.
I thought it was rice
Okay.
and banana.
Is it rice and bananas? It's the Somalian woman going.
Okay.
It's the Somalian chick who said, I know everyone thinks being Somalian is just eating bananas and rice, but it's not. It's more like, well, it's really like eating bananas and rice. And she, and she just got arrested for fighting with ice.
Oh, of course. Because she's a peaceful protester.
Take the R out of rice, come and meet ice. Oh, a dad joke.
Come on now.
I like it.
Hello.
Rumble, rumble, rumble. Howdy to the rumblers. Yes, ma'am.
Colton, what are you doing, buddy? Oh, Colton's adjusting my shot, ladies and gentlemen.
Great
Look at that.
99, Rush the Band, TJK, the Bill of Rights, PC Jacks, Kitty 92, Rubber Duck 01.
Rubber duck. Oh, wait. That's
what's your
from
hand?
Convoy.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
a rubber
man.
duck.
Remember that song? Hey, Rubber Doggy.
Big
Chrissy
Ben, this
Cat.
year's a rubber duck.
I did that at
remember
karaoke,
that?
thought I was going to kill, and they stared at me.
Really?
Stared at me. I guess they were too young. I don't know.
Who else
that
is in
song.
there? Ken B412, and don't forget, don't laugh at my groin.
Oh.
Rumble, rumble, rumble rant. Tink J. Nee. I've never seen Tink J. Nee before, so welcome.
Oh.
My first time saying that. I had to be careful. I didn't say Tinky or something like that. It's Tink J. Nee,
Pronounced that very good.
along with Doc's gal.
You're very good at enunciation. I've been telling people that.
I know.
You can really figure out a name.
Yeah,
and
I can break
enunciate
it down.
incredibly well.
I break it.
Yeah.
You know what? And I put the emphasis on the correct syllable. So I think that's helpful.
I need the clock. So there's no clock on the smaller TV.
Live from Studio 6B on a Thursday night shirt night for me. Bringing it back after last week. See, last week I was doing, Kevin, you weren't here. I was doing Christmas week.
Oh. Stuff you got for Christmas?
Yeah.
Wearing all the stuff that I got for Christmas.
Yeah, you look good.
I ran out of stuff to wear. So now I'm back to my regular clothes. So that's what happens. That'll probably be the only time you ever see me and stuff, other than the crap that I usually wear on the show. It's like my box for my computer. I will wear it until I can't wear it anymore, and even then, I'll still put it on.
You know, if I were wearing stuff I got for Christmas, I'd be dressed as 4 bottles of Spy Trail Distillery bourbon. Because I got 4 for Christmas. And man, it's gone. Don't get me wrong. It's gone.
Awesome.
Mostly.
Hey, Slick, are you ready to do some sports?
Yes, I am. No, we're ready to go.
All right, very good. Let's jump into it because Slick Rick Sports are brought to you by, hopefully, the future governor of Minnesota, Mike Lindell, and the people over at MyPillow.com. Use our code LFS6B at checkout. LFS6B at checkout. MyPillow.com. Slick, what do you got for us tonight?
We got a big Islander Ranger game tonight in the Garden, right? No score
At the Garden or at the
first period? At the Garden. Last night was at the UBS Arena. Tonight is in the Garden, and there's no score in the first period. But I'll keep track of that. Busy night in the NHL. All 30 teams on the ice. So good stuff there. But I'll give some score updates a little bit later. But we have a story here. You know, this is continuing to grow here. This Bill Belichick, this snub. I have a feeling this is going to change the game there in the NFL. How the voting goes.
I would think it should.
I mean, this is really. I mean, to have a vendetta against this guy, first ballot for sure. greatest coach ever, arguably. I mean, you got about 4 or 5 other names that are right there, if not above, but he's right there. Anyway, Pro Football Hall of Fame voter explains why he snubbed Bill Belichick. Warner Todd Houston and Breitbart. Now, we got a lame kind of a week one last night. This is another writer now, and this is one sports writer who voted against inducting former NFL coach Bill Belichick into the Pro Football Hall of Fame is now explaining publicly why he snubbed the one-time Patriots coach. Vay Gregorian of the Kansas City Star published a column on Wednesday and admitted that he was one of the 11 Hall of Fame voters who did not vote in favor of Belichick's bid for induction. In his column, Gregorian noted that the past accusations of cheating that many have assumed likely led to Belichick being left out of the running were not the reason he voted against the coach. Instead, Gregorian blamed his non-vote for Belichick on the way the ballot was set up, writing, "And if the curious selection dynamics now in place allowed for a simple up-down vote on Belichick as a selector, I absolutely would have voted for him this year. I believe he'd have assumed his much-deserved place in Canton in his first year of eligibility in 2026. But alas, that's just how the voting works, and that's led to the understandable puzzlement and furious assumptions in reaction to ESPN's report Tuesday, citing 4 anonymous sources saying Belichick won't be a part of the Hall of Fame class for 2026 when it's announced next week," he added. Gregorian said the ballot opted left him duty-bound to vote for 3 other senior members. He said deserve the honors. The great Ken Anderson, right, Cincinnati Bengals, Roger Craig, running back of the Niners, and L.C. Greenwood, part of that steel curtain defense of the Pittsburgh Steelers in the 70s, all legends. All 3 have been long deserving of induction in the Hall, he claimed. All have been there, and they were snubbed for decades. He added that Belichick will eventually get in anyway. However, he was still surprised that it fell apart for him this time out, and he understands why the backlash rose so quickly when Belichick didn't win over the voters on the first ballot. At the risk of contradicting my own vote, really, Belichick shouldn't even have to wait, Gregorian wrote. I understand why people are offended that he isn't going to be in the first moment he can. He added, I felt more compelled by what I perceived to be last chances and looming lost causes within the system as we have it, a system I hope the whole will see to fit and make change. So because he had to get these other 3 senior guys in, I did not know that angle.
You know what? Why should that even matter? You know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if
my
they're
money,
deserving,
I would have kept Roger Craig out. But,
and if they're in different categories, then what does it matter? It's like, okay, I'm going to vote for these 3. This guy definitely deserves it, so he gets my vote.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Ask the founding fathers who came up with this brilliant idea of voting guys in.
Right.
Listen,
but I mean, it shouldn't be limited to be like, well, you can only vote for 4 guys or 3 guys each ballot. That's stupid.
That's the way it is. And that's senior players, coaches. It's a shame the way it's set up. And even so, I think I would have found a way to get a guy like Belichick in by having to snub one of those 3 gentlemen. I would have had to do that. I had no choice.
And of course, we know it would have been Roger Craig because
he was a Niner.
You just said it.
Yeah, he was good. I don't know that he was a Hall of Famer. L.C. Greenwood, lock. Right. And Kenny Anderson, well, Cincinnati didn't have much going on back in the late 70s and early 80s, but he got them to the Super Bowl that one year, and they lost to Roger Craig's team back in '81, right? Super Bowl 16, I believe that was. So we'll see. I mean, this is never going to finish. I think this is a big black eye. I mean, this is a dozen eggs on their face for the NFL Hall of Fame.
It's just ridiculous. You know what? R.D. Bull in the Rumble rant makes a great point. Sounds like Democratic voting tricks, because they make confusing ballots, and this reeks of woke, stupid. Just we have to have these rules where you can only vote. You have to vote for only these people and not those people. It's just idiotic.
And conversely, maybe we'll have a protest. There'll be agitators there at the Hall of Fame induction ceremony chanting for Bill Belichick to get in. So who the heck knows? But really crazy stuff. Just one more quick one. Young hunter dies after falling through a frozen pond while trying to save his dog.
Oh,
I know. And this does fall into sports, obviously. Dylan Gwynn at Breitbart. An Illinois hunter tragically died this week after falling through a frozen pond while trying to rescue his dog. According to local officials via KSDK, Luke Kitterman, 23, was on a goose hunting trip earlier this week with some friends when his dog fell through the ice while trying to retrieve a bird. Kitterman crawled on his belly to get out at the stricken dog and actually managed to hoist the animal out of the frozen water. However, the young man also fell into the water and the hound followed him. Despite his friend's effort, Kitterman did not resurface. The 23-year-old's body was removed on Tuesday after an extensive search. They were able to pull the dog out of the water and into a canoe. Just unfortunately lost sight of their friend. Peyton Matthews of the Illinois Department of Nature Reserve Conservation Police said Matthews described the desperate search for the young man, and it was really, as the night went on and the sun went down, the temperatures, they got colder. The ice is about 3 inches thick. Once we started the drop in temperature, the ice began to freeze over, and we had created a hole for the divers to go in. The recovery took 23 hours, so our heart goes out to that young man, and we know for our pets we would do anything, because I know darn well I'd have done the same thing as that young man. So he's a hero, and I'm glad to hear his dog survives. And that's a wrap in sports. Sorry, on a lower note, but I have some other good stories coming up later.
All right, Slick, thank you very much. And again, Slick Rick Sports brought to you by Mike Lindell's MyPillow. MyPillow.com. Use our code LFS6B at checkout. Vin, West Palm Vin, sunglasses.
Thank you.
Ray-Ban Vin has got some news talking about what's going on in the House with the Republicans. What do you got there, Vin, when it comes to this reform thing?
Well, Vinnie Mac here now the news. Yeah, I just always wanted to do that. So I've been in a Facebook battle today for quite a bit about elections, and I think we've all seen some of the new information that's come about in Georgia and other states, where they suddenly are finding that a lot of ballots weren't even checked. And when I say a lot of ballots, demonstrably enough that would have changed the entire election in many, many states. Of course, my friends on the left are going completely nuts and telling me that that's been resolved. In 2020, the Bill Barr looked at it and 20 judges ruled that there was no interference.
That's hilarious.
Right? Yeah. So I'm like, wait a second. The real investigation's going on now. Number one, that wasn't a real investigation. That was just covering up an election. Now they're finding real stuff. And that leads me to this story. The Republicans have put forward in the House a bill called Make Elections Great Again.
I love it.
And it's a great name, but there's no mystery to this. This is what drives me completely bananas. And this is my response to many of my liberal friends on Facebook. And my response was, let's move forward from here and have voter ID, and let's make sure everybody's a citizen that votes, and we verify that they're the person voting. Those are the three things the Republicans are trying to put in place. We wouldn't have to worry about stacks of votes showing up that they can't validate, but they somehow wind up in the election. We don't have to worry about a candidate leading it at 11 o'clock at night, and then suddenly at 3 in the morning, he loses, like Trump did in the 2020 election. Suddenly, boxes of votes show up. We wouldn't have to deal with any of this stuff if we had voter ID. The left did something really well and smart, frankly, through COVID. Yeah. And it kind of leads me to be suspicious, like, did they have something to do with creating COVID? And I say that sarcastically, but we're out of time. What happened?
But we're going to continue this after the break, because there's definitely some questions that need to be asked.
I don't see the clock here.
And, I want you to keep expanding on what you started here, Vin. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll do some more with Vinnie Mac. We'll also get Kevin Downey Jr. involved. We got some diaper diplomacy headed your way as well on a Thursday night, live from Studio 6B. Stay there.
I can't believe it.
She's going.
Miley Cyrus is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and Styx isn't.
It has to be wrong.
It has to be wrong.
Wow.
Of course you do.
Oh, she's good, but I mean,
Miley Cyrus is not a Hall of Fame
that's
performer
because
yet.
Aaron's
She's
just being
she's a good
Miley.
singer. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Yep.
And Roger Craig, he was a good back, but is he a Hall of Fame back?
No.
I don't know. He
think
was
so.
a good back on championship teams, but
he got the rings.
I don't think he was a Hall of Fame back. Yeah.
Did he do other stuff for the NFL, which is why they put him in that other category?
I don't think so. I don't. Maybe.
Did he have an executive position later on in his life?
Could have with the Niners, but that would be based on his play, though. A guy, that would be
no, because they put executives in all the time.
They do, but I don't think they put him in as an executive. He wasn't like.
Well, I'm saying as they cobble together his entire resume, like he's a very good player. He won some rings, and he did this for the NFL. You know what I mean?
I don't know that about him that he did that, but never know.
Sorry, she's on the Walk of Fame.
Oh, she's on the Walk of Fame. Thank goodness.
The Walk of Fame.
Big difference.
Big
There's
difference.
a big difference.
Not the Walk and Roll.
If you can
Hall
write a
of Fame.
check, you're on the Walk of Fame.
Right.
I could be in the Walk of Fame. I just write a check and you're in.
That's true. You do that.
You do the Walk of Fame. A lot of messages pouring out for Damon's dad. As KDJ was saying, man, we had a great audience, man. When my brother had that problem, great audience. Damon's dad, great audience.
My dad too.
And Slick's dad.
Yeah,
Slick's dad. Everybody. I mean, it is a family, man. It really comes together with times like this. Fantastic.
You know,
And
Craig,
Damon's dad is a great guy, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Roger
him. I
Craig
got
was
to
the
know him
first
quite a
running
bit.
back to gain 1,000 yards rushing and 1,000 yards receiving in the same season. So
Okay. That's
Okay.
only
fair.
two others have done it since.
For that era, that was really something.
He
Now
caught
they do it like no
92 passes in 85. He set a franchise record, 2,000 combined yards.
But he didn't win 337 football games and
No.
win 6 Super Bowl championships. He might have won about 3 rings, probably 3 or 4. He was on those good
He
Niners
won quite a
teams.
bit. I mean, he was on that good team.
Yeah, he was on with Montana.
And he was both a Pro Bowler as a fullback and a halfback. Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice, Thursday night. Welcome back to the program. If you're in the chats, of course, like and share the show. Kevin Downey Jr. is here. He's got some news. We'll be going to him in just a few moments. Vinnie Mac is down there in West Palm Beach. Slick has got more sports coming up. And, of course, what we were talking about with Vinnie just before the break there about this Make Elections Great Again legislation. I think it speaks volumes that it's something that, can Democrats really say they don't want to make an election great? Of course they can, because making it great would like you said, push something like voter ID, making sure that only American citizens vote. And they don't like that, Vin.
No, it's too logical. And the point I was trying to make towards the end of it is if you think about COVID and what happened with the Democrats during that entire cycle, they changed voting laws in so many states, not for the better, by the way, for the looser. Of course, the mail-in voting thing happened, but they beat us to the punch big time legally and changed a lot of things. So what I was alluding to sort of sarcastically and maybe not so sarcastically is here's a pandemic. We all go nuts. We have to change all these things. And hence, Biden wins an election with a flurry of votes that come in at 3 in the morning and all other areas of voting, too. We saw, flurries of votes coming in at 2, 3 in the morning that now are being contested as not even real votes. Right. So you look at that and you're like, were they really behind all of that? Could they have been behind all that? Because if you want to take power and you want to change elections, here's one way to do it.
Yeah.
The pandemic.
And you know what? And where did it come from?
China.
The China virus.
China.
So it kind of clues you into who else was possibly involved in making sure that Trump was going to lose this election.
Yeah, sure.
By hell or high water.
Yep.
Look, if we're going down the tinfoil pathway.
Yes, thank you.
Can I just
Can
I just say I will bet my 2011 Subaru Man-Hater MAGA edition. I will bet my beautiful little car that the CIA was working on it first, and the heat got a little hot, so they said, we better go to China, who are technically our enemies, unless you're a globalist. Said, hey, Fauci, CIA said, hey, Fauci, here's a bunch of money. Give it to Eco Alliance and have them drop it off at Wuhan, and let's get a virus out there so we can kill a bunch of people and get Trump out of office. Am I a wacko for thinking that?
No, not at all. Well, when you take a look at what happened, because Vin, you're right, and we talked about this a bunch after we found out about it, was that this guy Mark Elias was going around the country having the balloting change that you could do all this mail-in balloting, because it was just when the virus started. And why was he doing that unless he thought, hey, this could be a game changer, right?
Yeah. There was all those moves.
And because they had the infrastructure ready to go, they just needed the virus to kind of be the final leg of the tripod.
Yeah. And you know what I love?
And as they try,
go ahead. You go.
As they try and fix that, you go. I'll go. Hang on. As they try and fix that, they've come back with a very logical approach, right? We can't open a bank account, or you can't take out money. You can't rent a car. You can't get in a hotel.
Right.
You can't. All the can'ts. You can't do anything really without showing a legal ID. And if you have a phony ID or you're not a citizen, you get caught. You get in a lot of trouble. So this is logical, which is to answer the question you posed earlier there, Delgado. The Democrats will oppose this in huge numbers. I bet they all vote against it. Not just one. It's too logical. It makes too much sense. And it hurts their entire narrative. Not one of them are going to vote for this.
I think here's where you're wrong, Vin. I think there will be one. His name is John Fetterman, because he seems to go.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he seems to have logic. I don't. Maybe it was a stroke. I mean, he's got logic on his side.
Yeah.
When it comes to normal thinking stuff.
Yeah.
He's the guy who actually we used to make fun of, because it's like, this guy's out of his tree.
Yeah.
It turns out he's kind of normal.
Isn't it weird to anyone else, or just me, but the only sane person in the Democratic Party is the guy who had a paralyzing stroke. He had a really bad one. And now he's the normal one.
Yes. He's the guy. He's the guy we have to hang our hat on to represent a normal Democrat in this day and age. It's crazy. It's insane. But, and let's face it, if the Democrats vote against this, it's very easy. They are all racist. Yeah. Because their logic and their argument has always been, well, the blacks and Hispanics can't get ID because they don't know where to go, and they're hampered by the process. Meanwhile, so what you're saying is none of them know how to go and get a driver's license and get a library card and have a birth certificate. That's the racism that comes from the liberal wacko left.
Everything. Everything you do, you need it. I mean, it's not just one little thing. It's like everything. Especially to get into buildings in Washington, D.C., you need your ID. Right. Duh. So if they're trying to keep black people out of Washington, D.C., maybe that's it. Yeah. The whole place is racist, damn it.
The whole place is racist.
Come on.
Ami Horowitz has a great video on YouTube where he goes to a liberal arts college in the Northeast, and he asks people, students mostly, said, is it harder for black people to get a driver's license? And is voter ID race? Oh, yeah, they don't know what they're doing. They can't get online. How are they going to get online? Remember Kathy Hochul said, well, black kids in the Bronx, they don't even know what a computer is.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Just appallingly racist, but apparently we're the Klan on this side.
Right. Yeah. Amazing. So
that's so true.
I just wanted to jump more and discuss that topic there. Vin, thanks for bringing it up. Let's do some diaper diplomacy right now with Gavin Newsom. Worse than Trump. Check this out. Diaper diplomacy.
I'm telling you, if Kamala won, or any of them, I think Gavin Newsom is worse because, he's destroyed California. If they win, that group, that ideology wins, you will be Venezuela on steroids. And I've said it for years. And you know what? They will destroy our country. The country would have been destroyed already. We're fully rebuilding the U.S. military with more than $1 trillion we're spending on the military. And in June, we obliterated Iran's nuclear capacity in Operation Midnight Hammer. You saw that. People have been waiting for 22 years to do that. And we were right at the end. They were about a month away from having a nuclear weapon. We had to do it. And by the way, there's another beautiful armada floating beautifully toward Iran right now. So we'll see. I hope they make a deal. I hope they make a deal. They should have made a deal the first time they'd have a country. And just weeks ago, at a spectacular operation in Venezuela, we brought the outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro to face American justice.
Nice mustache.
He got a nice mustache.
In one of the most brilliant, lethal, quick They've never seen violent operations ever seen, military operations ever seen. Nobody was killed. Not on their side, a lot of people. Unfortunately, I have to say a lot. We went into a very big, powerful military base with a group of unbelievable, talented, patriotic people that love our country. You couldn't hold them back. You know, the weather was off for 3 nights. It was not good, so I delayed it. The next night it was okay, but not great. I said, General, sir, they're ready to go, sir, they're okay. He said, but the weather's a little bad. I said, sir, they're ready to go. I said, God bless you, General. And boy, did they do a job.
Very good. Another quality outing by Diaper Diplomacy. Good stuff. Always from them. Love the Nicolas Maduro mustache on the beard.
Yeah, that's a beauty.
That's a good one. Hey, speaking of good ones, since Kevin brought it up before about the tinfoil hat, one of my favorite tinfoil hat topics has to do with the Epstein files. From what I understand, Ghislaine Maxwell, I read the story as well, and I saw you had it coming up, so let's jump into it because I want to hear more.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Rick. Here's what's going on, folks. As we sit around waiting to see who is and is not on Epstein's naughty list, it's not Trump. Let your green-haired Gorgon-in-law think he's on there. He's not. And they're going to panic. They're going to poop their crocks when they go, they took too long to release it. Give him time to scrub him out of the files. Here's what's going on. Ghislaine Maxwell claims 29 friends of Jeffrey Epstein. It's 25 men and 4 co-conspirators. 25 men got secret deals, she's calling it, secret settlements with the Department of Justice. 25 men, 4 co-conspirators walked away. They got a sweet deal. Keep in mind, Epstein got a sweet deal the first time he got busted for being a kitty diddler down in Florida. I happen to have a friend who did a little time with him down there, and he told me he would leave at like 8 a.m. and come back at, 8 p.m. He was work release is what they called it, but it's a slap on the wrist. That's what I call it. Now, we don't know who they are. And we don't know what sort of deals they got. But she knows. She's not mentioning the name. She's playing this very close to the vest.
Right.
Because she knows she's sitting on a pot of gold. And everyone's going to want. That would be possibly, maybe partially, the list.
Right.
That doesn't really exist. But then again, I mean, I was kind of stupid for thinking there was a list. Let's just say in a previous life, I was buying doobies. I was buying doobies from some guy. He didn't have a list of all his customers because you didn't want to be on. That would be proof that he went to go sell drugs. So I want to see who these people are. And I'm telling you right now, I will bet it all. Trump's not on it. Bill Clinton is.
Oh, well, you know what? But Clinton is someone that we already know. It's the secret deals that we don't know. Who are these 25 plus 4 that she obviously knows the names of, right?
Yep.
They've all escaped scrutiny. They've all escaped, the limelight because, A, they're very powerful, B, they're very rich, or a combination of the two. And for some reason, they got secret deals. And she makes mention of it. So there is probably paper trail of said secret deal that is somewhere stashed away in the DOJ, and we just need a whistleblower to just, I don't know, trip, fall, and expose all those names onto X, so we can have a look and out these people for the criminals that they are.
We're going to see it eventually.
You know, I find whistleblowers to be a lot like people who dance. There's no one willing to commit until one person commits to whistleblowing, and now they're all doing it because you want to go to jail or do you want to give us the guy above you?
Yeah.
You know who else is on it?
Hey, Delgado.
Who's the former governor of New Mexico? Is it Richards? Is it Bill Richards or something?
Yeah, Bill Richards. You think he's on it?
I think he's on it, and I think, Bill Gates.
Yeah.
His wife
but
left
again,
him.
that's a name we already know.
Yeah.
That's been connected to Epstein. It's the ones that we don't know that they say that, if somebody found out this person, it would collapse society.
Yep.
Nah, not really. Society is a lot bigger than just, one person or 25 people or 30 people. Way bigger. We could easily survive. And I think we'd party and just have a blast. At least we would.
Oh, yeah.
Just hammering these people and destroying their lives. because that's what they deserve.
One of those games where you got to do a shot every time they call the name that you picked.
Right.
Bill Clinton. Everybody drink.
I had that one. Wow. So much going on. Yeah. It's a Thursday night. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get another sports update with Slick. We'll do some more news live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Thursday night. Stay there.
I'm out. Clock yet? Do you have the clock?
I just got it. It's in the back there.
Okay.
It's not on my
Why don't you
main
use your
screen.
watch?
So.
I know you were trying to get something in there, but we were winding down.
Yeah.
Don't you want to watch? Just look at your watch.
He's got to watch. He's gonna. Yeah. What is he supposed to know exactly the time?
Thank you.
Oh, 8:27. We this second segment's over.
With the delay, it's tough, you know. So I know that if I say something, it's a half a second later to you guys.
Right.
It's a challenge.
Well, this is what happens with older people.
Joe Balls. YouTube chat. Thank you, Joe Balls.
But when we come back, I got a Jancic. I got an Epstein comment I want to talk about with you guys. See what you think.
Yep. I do not know.
Joe Balls says KDJ.
I did not know that.
Oh.
Hey, this is the YouTubes.
Oh, hello. Hello, sir.
Jilly, the Cosmic Purple Yeti. Yeah, Jilly knows her stuff.
Yeah, I think Bob Leisure has it right. He's on Facebook. He says the Epstein files are important, but the January 6th committee
Rick, can you hear Aaron?
more important.
No, my batteries
Same
No, his
died.
batteries just died. He's replacing them.
I'm getting new batteries. I've got some new batteries. Give me one moment before the connection is made.
Alice I Wonder says Rick D with a collar must have a date tonight.
She's outside keeping the car warm.
And she's wondering.
She must have swiped left.
And I wonder who would go out with
Yes, it
Delgado.
is. Because I'm up to date on all the cool kid lingo, unlike Vin, who swiped left. So this is why I'm wearing the
And you
collar.
went left, Vin? I didn't know that.
See, this is why I'm wearing the collar.
I did not.
Because it's the only shirt I could find that matches
Remember
my dog.
Oh, that's been a while ago we got those,
Yeah.
right? I know. Yeah, who was that woman? That was the sweetheart that she did that
She was
for
awesome.
us.
I believe it
Oh,
could be.
yes, Aaron, I think
Yeah.
you're right. Wow, that was nice.
Yes.
That was very nice.
Yes. I saw that. Yep. All right.
Islanders are up, Slick.
You know who scored? The guy they just got from the Rangers. He scored against his own team, Susie. He scored the goal.
Oh, my God.
The two new guys,
Oh,
the
he's
last two
Florida.
games. I mean, crazy. Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Thursday night shirt night. People wondering why I'm wearing a shirt with a collar. This is why.
Oh.
It's the only shirt I could find that matches this doll.
Oh, that's pretty close.
It's pretty damn
You
close.
did a good job
right?
with that, yeah.
I did. So, there
That
you
doll
go.
has a little more hair, though, no?
Shut up, Steve. At least it's mine. I don't know where you get yours from.
You and your doll are getting along very well. Very
Yes.
impressive.
I get my hair from the fabric store.
I see that. Soon it'll be bedazzled like your boots.
Yes, sir.
Anyhow, speaking of Slick and his procurement for boots, let's do some sports with Slick Rick. Slick Rick Sports brought to you by Mike Lindell's MyPillow. Go to mypillow.com. Use our code LFS6B at checkout. Slick, what do you got?
Well, the Islanders have gone up 2-0 now against the Rangers in the Garden, and we're in the middle of the second period there. But let's get to more important stuff here. Wild internet theory connects Pope election to the Seattle Seahawks. Paul Boyer, Breitbart. The Seattle Seahawks secured a spot in the upcoming Super Bowl this past Sunday, but a wild internet theory suggests it may all be divine intervention. The theory arose during the 2025 NFL playoffs when the Seattle Seahawks inched closer to the NFC Championship, and fans began to notice a bizarre historic trend. The team's Super Bowl appearances in the 21st century seem to miraculously coincide with the election of a new pope. That is crazy.
Really?
So far this millennium, every time a new pope has been elected, the Seahawks have made it to the Super Bowl, Fox 13 noted. In 2005, with the election of Pope Benedict XVI, the Seahawks made it to the Super Bowl. That was 45, losing to the Steelers. In 2013, with the election of Pope Francis, the Seahawks defeated the Denver Broncos in Super Bowl, that would be 48. It added this year, Pope Leo the 14th was elected. The theory took on a whole new level of meaning this past Sunday when the Seahawks defeated the Los Angeles Rams to secure a spot in, well, this year's Super Bowl 60 against the New England Patriots. Needless to say, memes were simply divine on this one. A lot of great stuff, but that's really what a coincidence is that.
Yeah, well, didn't they miss a year?
Did they miss a year? I don't know.
Because they won in 2013, right?
2013.
But they lost in 2014 to the Patriots.
Well, they talk about, I guess, when they won. When they won a Super Bowl.
Well, the first year they didn't win. They lost to the Steelers, you said.
Yeah, well, they just. Yeah, that's a good question, but. Pretty damn good. Let's see. Was elected Super Bowl 45 and then 2013, and Leo and Francis. Yes. So
the connection is just that every time that a new pope has been elected, the Seahawks happen to also be somewhere near the Super Bowl.
Right.
Gotcha.
Which may bode well for the Patriots because it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to win, but it's just interesting that they get in every time a pope gets elected. So that is pretty cool.
Yeah, and it is a rematch.
It is a rematch. Yes, it is. Absolutely.
2014, so that'll be interesting.
That was a great game. That was a great game. That was that pick-off right at the goal line.
Right at the goal line.
Yeah, that was back in the Colin Kaepernick days.
I remember I just saw a clip of that play. I think it was yesterday or earlier this morning.
That was a great play.
And they had the camera. The clip was of Tom Brady when it happened. And you see him freaking out, celebrating like, "Oh my God, we got it!"
They thought it was over.
Yeah, they thought the game was over.
Right? That was Russell Wilson, right?
Yeah,
that pass.
And instead of having what's his name run it in because he'd been running over the Patriots like crazy.
Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, he was.
They decided, let's throw the ball.
He was a bull. That was that's an epic play. And, of course, we remember the great Kobe Bryant. Mamba mentality. Last high school player coached by Kobe Bryant exploded for 61 points. Paul Boyer, Breitbart. Amelia Holguin, remember, this is girls basketball. The last high school player that Kobe Bryant coached as part of his youth girls basketball team before his tragic death scored 61 points Tuesday night.
Wow.
The Sage Hill High School senior played alongside Kobe's late daughter, Gianna, and the team before their deaths and is now the last active high school player he coached, per the New York Post. So it was only fitting that the Lightning senior channeled her inner Mamba mentality and struck for 61 points. 61, that's unbelievable. Burying an Orange County single-game record 14 three-pointers in a 101-26 dismantling of visiting Laguna Beach. By the time the third quarter ended, the record books were already smoldering. By the time she checked out, history had been rewritten. Hogan's shooting display broke Buena Parks Isabel Avalos' record of 13 threes set in 2020. She also reached the 2,000-point milestone for her career, all at Sage Hill, and did most of the damage before the fourth quarter even mattered. The victory gave Sage a 17-game winning streak and number one ranked team in Orange County. So that's good stuff. And obviously, her memories of Gianna and obviously Kobe, they died in that tragic helicopter crash. What was that, 2021, I think that was, around that time?
Yeah, 6 years ago.
Wow, 6 years ago. So 2020. I'll never forget that. And it was January. Remember that. All right, that's a wrap in sports. Rick, back to you.
All right, thank you. And Slick Rick Sports brought to you by Mike Lindell's MyPillow. Use our code LFS6B at checkout at MyPillow.com. I know you guys have seen this. You probably talked about it a little bit. But President Trump's border czar, Tom Holman, made an appearance today after he showed up in Minnesota, in Minneapolis, wherever the hell he's showing up. And basically, he has this conversation with these local officials, and all of a sudden they seem to be snapping into place. Isn't that just an amazing thing?
I love it, and I really thought that the mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Fry, was going to fold before Tim Walz did. I'm wondering if they're already dangling some sort of carrot in front of him because they know they've got him. He knows they've got him.
Right.
He's not running for re-election. Now it's just a matter of how much time will they give me for being a filthy communist.
Right. Yeah, and again, I go back to the analogy I had the other day. Did they show him the house?
Yeah.
Right? Did Holman come in and say, you know what? Because I know they're looking into the don't forget there's a lot of fraud in Minnesota.
Yeah.
And out of the city of Minneapolis. So I'm sure that Holman went in there. Maybe he had his own copy of the picture and be like, oh, you said you didn't want to help us, right? Did I show you this picture of your house? Just to make sure that we're on the same page.
Yeah. All right. What do you guys think is the worst thing they've got on him?
On which one, Waltz or Fry?
Yeah, Tampon Tim.
I think it's the money. I think that there's money flowing through there that he's been a part of. And again, that's just speculation. Yeah. I don't know, but none of that happens without him signing off.
Now, what about that woman? She's a Democrat, but she voted against more money for the Somalians, and she got shot in her bed. Do you think he knows something about that?
That's a good question because the guy who did it worked for him at one point.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. So, I think there could be a new movement coming out of Minneapolis called Blackmail Matters. Might be something coming up. Keep an eye on that.
Yeah,
There's a whole movement.
I think at the end of the day, what they probably really have on this guy is whistleblowers in his own administration came forward, and he buried it.
Yeah,
he obstructed justice. He buried it. They had this for this is what's been reported by his own people. So I believe, in addition to things you guys noted, that they got him red-handed because they swept this whole investigation under the carpet for years.
Yeah, and you know, it just goes to show you that they pull this guy out of nowhere for Kamala Harris's campaign. Yeah. I guess they forgot to do that thing called vetting, or else they would have known all about this and been like, you know what, maybe he's not the best guy for this position. Here's Tom Holman. Here's what he had to say about his time there in Minnesota. Cut number 6. Here's Tom Holman. Check him out.
Under the President's leadership, we have the most secure border in the history of this nation, which means less women are being raped, less children are dying crossing that border, less fentanyl is getting in this country to kill Americans, less known suspected terrorists are crossing that country, and we don't have 2 million unknown gotaways. We don't know who the hell they are. A secure border, we have stronger national security. A secure border saves lives. When 96% less people are coming, how many women aren't being sexually assaulted by members of the cartel? How many people aren't dying making that journey? How many Americans aren't dying of fentanyl overdoses? How many women and children aren't being sex trafficked in this nation? The data proves it. Anybody can find that data.
Yeah, so there's Tom Holman. And again, to anybody who says, the president folded, the Democrats are like, oh, he blinked.
Yeah.
He blinked because he had something in his eye, and his eyes told him it was Tom Holman. Mm-hmm. If you want to straighten this all out, send in the big guns, because that's exactly what he did. And notice, all of a sudden, the local police and sheriffs and everybody, they're working with the feds. Huh.
Yep, and they're charging their own protesters now.
Yes. Oh. They're arresting them, they're scooping them up, and they're charging them. What a surprise.
I know.
Would you like to see a picture of your house?
No.
All right, we'll take a quick break. That is a quick wrap on hour number 1. Hour number 2 coming up next. Live from Studio 6B. Stay there.
Hey, Vin, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was just thinking, as Mr. Delgado was reading that, on election night, we were all at the warehouse, and what's going on is Tim Walz is thinking, if Trump wins, I go to jail. And at the warehouse, I'm thinking, if Trump loses, I go to jail. So, Tampon Tim and I were having a little emotional...
You got that in common, huh?
Dogfight, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. When you meet him, you could say, "We really we're bonded, man. We both could have gone to jail." Looks like you will, but we both could have gone to jail.
You guys are like a meeting of the minds.
We are.
It's like I was channeling my inner Tim Waltz when I was thinking, if this guy wins, I'm going to jail.
Yeah.
How long is it? That's a little long. Is there some...
Is everybody out there in Facebook land?
Does it get right to it?
Kevin Stockman, how are you, man? Good to see you. Laura Everidge.
Right. I guess we'll cut the answer down a little bit once
I'll get a word in there, Laura. Don't you worry, Lori.
Line or two.
Lori Everidge. That's her name. I'll get in there.
There's no way we can do 320.
I'll get in there.
320 clip.
Yeah, it's
Robert Shaw. Good to see you.
Who is it?
Sherry Merrill. Glad you're out there too.
Did you?
Susie Lewis. Susan Lewis.
Did you see the woman mocking Laken Riley?
Oh, really?
And then mocking those of us who said, "Hey, this is bad." Oh, I'll send it to you. It's horrible. What a monster. It's short. What a monster.
They'll protest the worst humans in the world, and they won't shed a tear for innocent people hurt and killed, like that girl on the train, like Lincoln Riley, all these things. That just it's upside down world.
Oh, Mr. Delgado.
Yes.
Big Frankie. Fudge. Remember, Big Frankie C sent the fudge. He wants to know if you got into the PDF book that he sent you.
No.
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 That's funny.
I have had no time to do much of anything the last few weeks. I had time to wear my clothes that I got for Christmas. That's
Life
about
is so
it.
crazy. So crazy.
Oh, man.
Then we'll do the
Some funny comments here.
Chairman Powell, or what's his name?
Sure.
Fed Chair Powell.
Here's the deal. If your TV sounds funny in the evening, you're watching live from Studio 6B.
Thank you. Thank you, Sleepy Joe.
Oh, that guy's a human roofie.
Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice, on a Thursday night. Vinnie Max doing news live from West Palm Beach. Slick Rick has got sports, and we'll be doing some more sports later on in the hour. And, of course, radio show star and writer for PJ Media, Kevin Downey Jr. is here. You can check him out every morning, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern to 11 a.m. Eastern on your radio dial. If you're local on Long Island, 103.9 LI News Radio, or just listen online, linewsradio.com, and pull him up and listen live. And you can also chat with him because he does live chatting on the show.
Yeah,
I know he does this because I've been there when he does it, and he ignores me when he's doing it.
You did 2 hours, right? You did your 2-hour show?
2 hours. Yeah. And guess what? Celebrity alert, Harry on the Highway may be joining me at some point.
Oh, that should be riveting.
All right.
He'll be joining you starting at 11:01. So make sure you
lock your daughters in the room.
That'll be a great one.
Yes,
when is that going to be? You better let us know about that one.
Yeah, I want to make sure I'm not listening.
I want to call in.
Make sure I'm not listening.
Harry's the best. He's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Oh, sure.
Anyhow.
Great stories.
Yeah, so we were talking about Tom Holman. Our own Ben Berkwa, believe it or not, had an opportunity to get a question into Mr. Holman during the presser. Let's go to that right now. He's a friend of the show. He's like part of the family.
Yep. Sure
Ben.
is.
He's been always on our show. I guess since
he's done some
I know when Slick and I started,
right?
Ben started coming on. Because,
incredible work at the border.
He's been doing great work at the border.
Other cities, and he's always in the middle of crazy controversy.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's the cousin who goes into the extreme sports.
Right. Yeah.
He really is a beacon of light.
Look, I was wrestling bears the other day.
Yeah, you always get that story like, I couldn't believe it happened.
Yeah. And then the gator finally died.
Here is Ben posing a question to Tom Holman. This is, what is this? Cut number, whatever cut this is, Aaron.
First off, Ben Berkwam, Real America's Voice News. On behalf of the American people, I just want to say thank you to you and to all of the agents that are putting their lives on the line to go after the people that were allowed in the last administration. We watched that happen in the media, the honest media, covered up by many of the media that are behind me. We want to say thank you, and to all the men and women that are out there. Can you talk to us about what's being done with the leadership on these signal chats, on these WhatsApp chats that are organizing the attacks against you, the obstruction against you? Are we going to be arresting those individuals as well? And to the folks out there in America that voted for this, that want mass deportation because they saw a mass invasion under Joe Biden, what would you say to them? How are we going to get to that point?
Well, first of all, about the organization and the funding of the attacks on ICE. I'm not going to answer a lot about that because I'm not going to show our hand, but they'll be held accountable. Justice is coming. Again, we got to all remember why the questions we've seen and why we're here. What started this? 4 years of an open border, where millions of people are in this country unvetted. Remember, let's not forget, for 4 years we were told the border is secure. 4 years we were told the border is secure, and we all knew it wasn't. And I want this to be a positive thing we're doing here today. I also want to remember the politicians are continually attacking us. Where were they the last 4 years when the number of women and children sex trafficking went all-time high? Where were they when 250,000 Americans died from fentanyl coming across the border? Where were they when women and children are dying making that journey? Where were they when over 4,000 families making that journey died? Historic record. Where were they? Not a word. Now we're just trying to respond to what happened the last 4 years and keeping this country safe. And we're arresting a lot of public safety threats, take them off the streets, which makes this country safer. President Trump promised to make this country safe again, and that's what we're doing. But my 2.5 days up here, we made a lot of progress. I think everybody agrees on the criminal and public safety threats. They agree it's much safer and easier to arrest an alien in a facility than send a whole team out in the field that's going to draw anger, because now we got to send a bunch of people to do something that could have been done by 1 or 2 people. And I've said this for years. I have no ill will to anybody in Minnesota. All the people I talk to, we're never going to agree on everything. We have different philosophies and different opinions on immigration, but we all agree this is a way to go to reduce safety, reduce crime, not reduce safety, reduce crime and increase safety for our operations. More people in the jail means less people on the street. It's simple math.
Yeah, and a great question posed by Ben. And again, Ben Berkwam from Real America's Voice asking that question to Tom Holman. And you know what, Vin, this also ties back to, what you were talking about with the election stuff, because it's all intertwined. Why did they open the border? Because they wanted to flood the zone with illegals because they needed to affect the districts for the House. To make sure they didn't, because they knew people were moving. We see it now. I think there was a huge move yesterday that I saw of one company leaving California for Florida, taking a lot of money with them. And when that goes, the people that work there follow. Those people follow. It's a you talk about transfer of wealth. How about the transfer of humans? At least the Americans who are relocating, because you know what, California's nuts. I can live like a normal person somewhere else. And they're finding that. But, you know, he makes the point of, you know, where were these people calling for, you know, stopping the crime when the crime was happening? There was an active crime scene at the border every single day, and not one stupid damn Democrat said a word about it because they knew it benefited them. It was all about that. It was all about their access to power and what they could do with that power. And you start to see some of the stupidity coming out of these lunatics, like the AG guy who's running for AG in Ohio, saying he wants to make sure he gets Trump killed. Other people, you know, promising death. I mean, it's just ridiculous, and it all stems from the previous administration and their determination that they wanted to take down this country. Call them commies, call them Nazis, call them whatever you want, but they are, unfortunately, many of them reside and cover themselves with the face of the Democratic Party. It's as simple as that, and there's nothing they hate more than it being exposed, right?
Absolutely. Excuse me, 100%. And here's what I don't get. I mean, I kind of do. Trump beat the potato salad out of Kamala, and she ran on what? Trump sucks. Trump sucks, and I'm not Trump. Now these idiots are coming out like that clown, that bacon strip in Ohio you're talking about. I'm going to kill Trump. You know, you're losing more and more people. Keep doing it. I don't want you to stop. Right. But the normies are waking up. The normies are going, man, look at all this violence. Maybe I don't like these Democrats anymore. I'm seeing record numbers. Yeah. Did you see the shift in viewership? CNN went down even farther. MS Now is barely alive, and Fox almost added 25%. So that's all the normies, or normie-ish, I would think, who are watching CNN and go, I'm just going to Fox now. Right. Because they didn't buy into the whole, you know, Fox News is evil.
Yep.
And you know, Tom Holman is one amazing individual. You know, I actually copy and pasted that speech you just ran because I thought the points that he made and the clarity in which he communicated that are just so important for everybody to hear. You know, going back the 4 years at open borders, but then nobody said anything when families were separated. You know how many people died in that journey coming over? You know how many women were sexually abused? How many kids were misplaced and displaced and trafficked? How much drugs came through? I mean, he went through all those things. And not one Democrat, I don't remember one, ever having a comment about it at all. And now we try to round these guys up. And I just think of everybody in Trump's administration who could articulate this problem, he does it the best. And he worked for the Democrats, so he's got a ton of credibility. So a lot of admiration out there for Tom Holman and working this out. And they're certainly, besides showing pictures of their houses that possibly could get blown up, you know, he certainly is someone that can talk to these people because he worked for them.
Yep.
Right. And we talked about this, I think, last time we were on. He is just a bright light, you know, in the administration, straight shooter.
And the fact that he was, you know, a receiver of a Medal of Honor from President Obama, which you know what? I love when they throw it in the Democrats' face. Oh, you guys want to go after this guy. Your guy seems to love him at the time. So it really is. It has to do with who's in charge. Yeah. And that's why they don't like him.
But, you know, to the point I think that you're just making, I think KDJ was making it, they all see this, but they continue to vote for these people, but they're moving. Logical people hear what Tom Holman said, they have to change channels and go to somewhere there's sanity. You know, I think your KDJ, the point you were making is people are hearing it. The media is telling us they're not, but they are.
Yeah.
So that's good news.
They're hearing it on shows like ours, on social media. And you know what? I'll throw it even back to you, Vin, again, because I know you're having these discussions. You said you were having these battles on Facebook with people over the election. Well, this is part of that. This is all encompassed. This is not just it's just this small thing over here or that. This is all part of the plan from the Democrats to take over. So we don't have to have. They always talk about, he's not going to let us have an election. They're the ones that are planning it. They always talk about the things. They always point to the person, or they call you, or talk about the things that you're doing when it's actually them, right, Kevin? That's one of the tenets of Marxism.
100%. Blame your enemy for what you're doing.
Yes,
absolutely. And look at how many times they've done it. And when they said, well, Trump wants to end democracy. I was like, uh-oh. They're going to end democracy.
Yeah, they want to end democracy.
They do.
They want to go after the Supreme Court. They want to end the Electoral College.
Yep.
They want all of that thing, right? And Vin, these are some of the people you're battling every day on Facebook.
I just ask why when I get those battles. So the border was open. They let all these people in unvetted. Why? Well, because they wanted to let them in. We know now that they could have closed the border. Trump did it in a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they know now they didn't need legislation to close the border because Trump didn't have any legislation to set. So I always go, why? Just answer that question. It's like right out of that movie JFK. Who wins? That's who you got to look for. Who killed JFK? Who won? Who won the most there? You know, that's where you go. Remember that great scene with Sutherland there.
Yeah, and you go back to the border policy. You're right. They always talked about we need a new immigration legislation. No, we don't. We just need you to enforce the laws. The legislation is already there, and President Trump has proven that now remarkably well his second term.
Oh, yeah.
It was always there. You just didn't want to do it. So
got to enforce the law. That's all it is.
Yeah, exactly. Simple. All right, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, Slick is grinding his gears, as they say. Get ready to ramp up some more sports.
Absolutely.
Hello.
Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice. Stay there.
Oh, Vin,
Really?
you know what my favorite excuse for why I've had people say is climate change.
Oh, that's a big point.
Climate change. I've had people tell
another
that's why they're
hoax
letting
they
in
created.
20 million people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another just hoax. One hoax after another. But, the thing with these hoaxes, they have a methodology of brainwashing people to believe this stuff.
Easily.
All of it.
They do it easily.
Yep. All of it.
It's amazing.
Why are they getting brainwashed and we're not? Why? Are we just smarter? Do we have common sense?
Because they want to believe it. Because it makes them feel good. Like, oh my goodness, that's right. We can be the good people and let everybody in. But that's not being good. That's actually being stupid.
Mr. Delgado, Jeannie says, love you, Delgado. Great job tonight.
Oh, well, thank you, Jeannie. That's much appreciated.
Oh, wow.
That's on Facebook. Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. They need some sort of superiority, which makes them a supremacist. They need the moral superiority, and they think they have the intelligence superiority over us too.
They got intelligence.
I'm smarter than you, and you're a bad
meanwhile,
person.
when you have them verbalize what their ideas actually mean, that's when they get angry, because then they hear it come out of their mouth, and they're like, "I sound like an idiot."
I mean, they're such illogical positions and illogical arguments. I can't even believe I'm having these discussions. Either way, with people I know for 30 years plus very, very well.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, we hung out. We partied. We did a lot of stuff together. And I'm arguing with them, and I can't believe how it goes. It just brainwashed is the only thing I could say.
Maybe they're still under the influence.
Maybe the party's got way out of control.
No, you don't understand, Vin. We gotta fight the man.
You know what I
Good
find
evening,
too?
Julian
I like that little
Martinez.
hiccup you threw in there.
Thank you.
So,
That was good. You're a real drunk.
Vin, I have this belief that stupid people know and smart people wonder, i.e. stupid people know Trump's a Nazi, but they can't tell you why. A smart person say, I wonder if Trump's a Nazi, look into it and go, oh, he's not.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Who was the guy last night?
And the whole Nazi thing.
They hadn't put him in the oven yet. Remember that? Who was the guy?
Yeah.
I mean, is
I
this
think
for
that was
real?
Tuesday.
That's
I remember
crazy.
that.
The guy who looked like Springsteen a little bit.
Springsteen with that song. I mean, I lost credibility with this guy, but it's out the window now. I can't stand this guy now. And I love.
Everyday Americans are making choices that shape our country's future, right down to which cell phone provider they support. And here's what most people don't realize. Patriot Mobile isn't just a wireless provider. No! They're an activist organization as well, funded by selling some top-tier cell phone service that you can also be a part of. They're on the front lines defending our freedoms long before it was cool and standing in the gap when others wouldn't. The best part is they deliver prioritized premium cell service on all 3 major U.S. networks, giving you the same or even better coverage backed by 100% U.S.-based customer service. That means when you talk to a guy named Brian, he sounds like a guy named Brian. Get unlimited data plans, mobile hotspots, international roaming, and a whole lot more. And when you switch to Patriot Mobile, you'll help grow a movement that fuels the Christian conservative cause. Every bill you pay helps advance the values of faith, family, and freedom, so make sure you pay your bills. Switching is easier than ever as well. Activate in minutes. Keep your number, keep your phone, or upgrade. Take a stand today by going to Patriot Mobile at patriotmobile.com/RAV or call 972-PATRIOT and use the promo code RAV for a free month of service on patriotmobile.com. That's patriotmobile.com/RAV. 972-PATRIOT and make the switch today. Patriot Mobile is here for you.
Nice.
Kevin Downey Jr. is here. He's got some more news. This one in particular got my attention too because I was actually looking at the story, but then I saw Kevin was going to do it, so I'm like, all right, you take it because this just goes to show you how crazy the liberal left is. It's really up. It's right what we were just talking about, how the most illogical, stupid things liberals can't help but gravitate to. It's like a fly to a light. They just have to go to it.
You know, you're right. And here's how I'm going to handle this. I never had my dad tell me, son, whatever you do, don't try to break into the Brooklyn Federal lockup with a pizza cutter to get Luigi Mangione out of prison. He never told me not to do that.
He didn't have that in his box, huh?
Didn't have that in your growing up, huh?
He never told me, but yet I somehow knew not to go into prison. And this guy pretends he's an FBI agent, packs himself a pizza cutter, because you never know when you're going to get jumped by a couple of slices, and you're going to have to cut your way through.
Oh, my goodness, that Sicilian is coming at me. I should cut it in half.
Uh-oh, the meat lover special.
Mangione the pepperoni.
Yeah, so this guy pretends to be an FBI agent, goes in with some fake documentation, and says, hi, I'm the FBI guy, and I'm here to get Luigi Mangione out. And they go,
you don't say.
Is that a pizza cutter? Oh, and they're all over him. Look at that clown. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness.
You know what? What team is that? Well, I'd love to know. Is that a Rangers jersey?
No,
I hope not.
Oh, no.
Let's hope not.
I wanted to make fun of him if I knew his team. So, yeah, he goes in, says, hi, I'm an FBI guy, and I want Luigi Mangione, and I do happen to have a pizza cutter. Now I'm not going to say.
What was he doing?
That was his weapon. In case he had in case he found himself in a tight spot. Come on, I'll cut you like a pizza. Let's go.
Is that federally issued pizza cutter?
Federally issued, yeah, there you go. So guess where he is? He's in jail. He's in jail right now.
You know what? They should have left him with the pizza cutter and be like, if you can get out of this prison cell with that thing, have at it.
Maybe he thought it was for cuffs. He thought, well, maybe the cuffs aren't that thick. I just cut my way out.
Oh, my goodness.
There's no indication yet that Luigi Mangione knows this guy, but there's no indication. They haven't said either way. They think he was just a fanboy who said, I'm going to get my my crush out of the Brooklyn lockup.
He's got like a big following, right?
Yeah, he does.
That's crazy.
He's got some the wacky liberal ladies that are after him. And now you got this guy with his meat lover special. I guess we know what he was going for.
Yeah. I think he was going to get a little Diddy oil and slide out the back, Jack, or something like that. But no, we don't know if he knows. I don't think it was a plan. No one thinks it was a plan. He's just remarkably stupid.
Yeah. I wonder if he brought any dipping sauce with him.
Yeah, it's amazing to me that these people even compete with us. Like,
Amazing. Okay, so there you have it. The lunacy never ends from the left.
Never.
Again, with when it comes to stuff like this.
And guess where he's from? Guess what state?
I'm gonna say Minnesota.
Yes, he's from Minnesota.
Yes. Very good guess.
Where they have terrible pizza.
Wow.
From what I understand.
Oh God, are you kidding me? You know what I hate when I go on the road in any town? It goes New York style pizza. No, it's not.
Now,
It never is.
They have Pizza Luce's, which is pretty good. I've had that in this suburban area of them. They do have one good place that has good
that's
pizza.
right. You do go there.
I do. Oh,
every
I know.
year.
I know the city very well. It's it's just outside of Chanhassen. It's a Pizza Luce. It's in the suburbs though.
Yeah,
not in downtown.
There's
like 2 or 3 of them.
I think it would be considered east of the city near Long Island. That's how far you have to go to get good pizza in Minnesota.
All right.
You know what? Connecticut has a couple places.
Right, I know Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Pepe's.
Sure.
Yeah, they're in the same town. I forget the name of that little
New
town.
Haven?
Was it?
In New Haven?
Yes, New Haven.
Yeah.
They've got great pizza on the road.
Yeah.
You know what? Detroit has great pizza,
Sure they
Detroit-style
do.
pizza. But and I'll even go Chicago. But
Deep dish.
Well,
Got
they
deep
have
dish, baby.
they're special. Like I know the Detroit style is more square, right? Like
Yeah.
a
And
square,
And it's deep. They have a very deep dish.
yeah. And, you know, though, you don't see a lot of good. It depends where you go. I mean, if you want Chinese food, don't go to, I don't know.
South Carolina.
Yeah. There you go. If you want some good seafood, don't go to North
Lots of
Dakota.
rock there. Yeah.
And if you want authentic Somali food, well, you know where to go.
I have a question on that whole pizza thing. Do you guys find it ironic that a man was murdered in the street and the left celebrates it and they worship this guy, and then you have officers in the street defending their lives and shooting people while they're doing it, and they get completely freaked out and call it murder? This guy, this health insurance guy, was murdered. He was stalked and shot in the back, walking down a street by some stranger. They celebrate this guy. And then we have people defending us, arresting criminals, getting attacked cars coming at them. A guy has a gun, and they defend themselves, and they can call it murder. I mean, the irony here is staggering. It's crazy.
It is. And then when you add to that, Vin, the lengths and the verbal gymnastics that the media will go through to support that.
Yeah.
It just it makes you want to just, you know what, I'm going to go do a 100-yard dash and a 90-yard gym because it's got to end. The stupidity, I just put me out of my own misery. Just take me to Russia and throw me out of a 10-story window because that's how crazy it is that the media
and the left.
That
the left in this country, the young people,
attacked, right? The media complains, "Oh, we're being attacked." Well, if you weren't lunatics, people might, actually listen to you these days and not attack you for being crazed lunatics and carrying the water for insanity. You were saying, Vin?
Well, they're unhappy with health insurance. I'm unhappy with some things. I'm not thinking about going to kill the CEO of the company. They're unhappy with health insurance. They murder the guy. They celebrate it and they cheer. There's just something so wrong with the psyche of these people. They seem to be very disturbed people with a lot of baggage, a lot of unresolved issues. Something, because it's never in our history has this ever been seen as normal. This type of behavior to be happy someone was murdered because they ran a company you didn't like. I mean. Think about that.
What a world.
Yeah.
But look who it is, though. It's the malcontents. It's the communists. It's the underachievers.
Yeah.
It's the same group. The same people that they want to beat up on Sydney Sweeney because she's hot. And then they say, Lizzo, go shake your acre of ass for the world, and we'll tell you you're beautiful.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot of ass.
Whole lot of ass.
It's cracked up to be. That's
Whole lot of ass.
I'll take an acre of ass, please, for $500.
It'll cost you more than that down in West Palm. Anyhow, all right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. Sorry, Slick, we didn't get the sports in. We'll do it in the next break, I promise. Live from Studio 6B on a Thursday night. Stay there.
said it turns out the Patriots are going to get the short end of the stick anyway, so he's not going to worry about it.
That's pretty funny. You never know, man. Stranger things have happened.
No, I mean, listen, I like Seattle to win. I think they're going to.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Trust me, I mean, New England can easily swing and win, or at least get within the spread. Boy, big money coming in on the gambling. It's like going to be a record gambling amount. I mean,
Darnell looked pretty good.
What's that?
Didn't he?
Sam Darnold?
It's amazing just, he looked like a real quarterback. I don't ever remember him looking like a real quarterback when he was with the Giants.
He wasn't with the Giants.
That's Giants.
He was with the Jets.
Oh, he was with the Jets. Okay. Yeah. I thought it was the Jets initially, and then I thought, no, he was with the Giants. Yeah, who was the quarterback with the Giants? Didn't they get rid of 2 people?
The Giants.
Couple of young guys.
Well, they have Jackson Dart now.
And
Tommy DeVito's going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
he's the third string.
He's the third string
Patriot backup quarterback on New England. Tommy Cullits, baby.
Oh wow!
Could you imagine? I mean, he's not going to get in the game.
You never know. If
is he now the backup?
You never know. They might throw their backups into if it's a blowout.
I don't think it's going to be a blowout. Number one, number two. Third string.
If he just runs into down it for the last 10 seconds.
Who knows? Maybe they'll bring him in for a fake play or something. Yeah. You never know. It could be the holder.
Line up as a receiver or something, and all of a sudden.
Yeah. Tommy Cutlets, baby.
Fake play.
That's good. I'm glad he landed a spot. He was a good kid. But no, I think the Giants got a good roster of quarterbacks now. I mean, geez, it's pretty good. Got Russell Wilson as well. Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson, and then Jackson Dart, who's an up and coming star. The guy doesn't get killed.
I like Dart. He's got an exciting game. He reminds me of Schaefer a little bit, where he's an exciting player that can make stuff happen on his own.
He scored tonight too. He scored tonight, the rookie, and Matt Schaefer. And that's and then you got Harbaugh's going to be the new coach. That's going to be something. The Giants are going to be a fun season for them.
Yeah,
they'll probably win 5 this year.
It shows you how bad the Jets coaching and the whole structure of the team is when a guy like that's in the Super Bowl, looks like a really great quarterback, and they couldn't get anything out of him.
I know.
It's crazy.
Talks about the coaching.
Jets fan.
Can't wait for that Bad Bunny halftime performance. Man, oh man, I got my watch set for that one. I think I'm going to go make a pot pie.
I got my channel clicker set.
I'm going to make a pot pie from scratch in my kitchen while that's going on.
I'm going to the Turning Point event or any other event that's on the halftime.
Yeah.
It'd be the first time I just tune away for the halftime show.
That's right.
And watch anything. I mean, I will watch a Columbo rerun.
From Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Thursday night. Vinny Mac's got some news. We're going to do that next, coming up in just a few moments. But let's do some sports. We skipped out on sports on our last break, and so I apologize to you, Slick. Now we will give you the floor so you can do your Prince dance and deliver us some sports, courtesy of Mike Lindell and the people at MyPillow.com. Use our code LFS6B at checkout. MyPillow.com. Use it. LFS6B. Slick, what do you got for us?
Well, here's something I'm really excited about. And Vin, you're going to love this as well. I'm sure you heard already. New Netflix documentary explores how the Miracle on Ice united America in 1980. This is Ryan Morick of Fox News. This is the best piece of sports news I've had in a while, folks. The story of the Miracle on Ice is about to be told in a way it never has been told before. Netflix is releasing its documentary, Miracle, The Boys of 80, on Friday. It will feature never-before-seen footage of Team USA as they geared up to face the vaunted Soviets en route to a quest for gold that seemed unimaginable in the beginning. This is one of those indelible moments, indelible stories that it feels like if you could bring it back to life and reframe it in a fresh way, it would have resonance no matter when you do it. Film co-writer Max Gershberg said in a recent interview with Fox Digital. It's not called The Miracle on Ice for no reason, but Gershberg and fellow co-director Jake Rogel know it was important to tap into the younger generation who may not realize that this was just not a hockey game. The game was played in the midst of the Cold War with sky-high global tensions, and the directors want everyone to remember that. I don't think it's meant to be overly political, but I think there's a real power in a moment like this that was so transcendent and unifying for our country. Whether you were a hockey fan or not, whoever you are, whatever your background, whatever your region of the country you were from, this was a moment when the country was really downtrodden and they needed something, and I think there's a real power in that, Gershberg said. It's really important, especially for younger generations who don't know the story that well. They need to understand that, added Rogel, who also directed Netflix's Last Last Dance and alongside Gershwin, Court of Gold. But it's rare now that you have a moment and that you can rally around. And so I think it's hard for people who are probably 20 years and younger to understand what it felt like because of social media and everyone's watching different things at different times now. Back then, this was one moment that everyone was watching. Everyone was rallying around. So I think it's important to show people what it was like and what it's like to kind of come together and have that moment. So I go on to, it's a long story, but nevertheless, February 22nd, 1980, was a time when Americans came together to celebrate an accomplishment. Certainly, I remember where I was watching it actually in my bedroom. I'll never forget it. And I was really into hockey at that time. I was just getting going myself. And it was unbelievable. And then just a few months later, my New York Islanders won their first Stanley Cup with a gentleman named Ken Morrow, who won that gold medal. Ken Morrow ended up being a great Islanders stalwart defenseman, and they went on to win actually 4 straight cups. Ken Morrow actually didn't lose a championship until 1984. He actually went from 1980 with this gold medal, and then he won 4 Stanley Cups, and wanted to give a shout out to the great Ken Morrow, who we remember. And Vin, I know you did some work with this years ago, right? You were involved with the documentary The Miracle on Ice, right?
Yeah, we made the feature film, with Kurt Russell, and worked with all those guys.
Great movie.
It was our first movie breakthrough project, and just an absolutely phenomenal experience. But to your point, Slick, imagine getting the chance to be a part of telling that story, having lived that story, as a teenager, as a hockey fan, as an American, as how proud we all felt. Unbelievable time and history for everybody. And it was a great movie, frankly, even though I had something to do with it. I still watch it as if I've never seen it. Yep.
What's crazy?
I love that movie.
I'll admit this right now. I never saw that movie up until about 3 weeks ago.
No kidding.
I'd seen pieces of it, but I never sat down and caught it from the beginning. And then one night I'm just sitting there. I'm like, I should just watch this already. Because I'm a huge Kurt Russell fan. I mean, come on, Snake Plissken. Come on. Stop.
He's phenomenal in that movie.
Yeah, he is
phenomenal.
And
one of his best roles.
And like I said, I'd seen pieces of it, but to watch it all, just kind of drawn out into in one time. And it's like, you do remember. It's like, I would remember I was a little kid. I didn't really know that much about hockey. We played street hockey with my friends in the street, and that was the extent of it. Yeah. We didn't have access to ice and all that stuff.
No.
But I do remember the feeling, that feeling of national pride that I don't think I felt. I probably felt that in 1976 when, the big, 200. And that was because, we were doing, everybody was doing block parties to celebrate and fireworks. And I thought that was cool. But this took that to another level. Again, as a kid, you do. Like Slick said, he remembers where he saw it. Sure. And I remember watching that thinking, I never watched hockey before, but I have to watch this game.
And speaking of kids, these were college kids playing grown professional men. These men were 25, 30, some 35 years old, like Vladislav Tretiak, the great Russian goaltender. I think he was like 30 years old when this happened, 28 years old. These were young guys, and they went in and they beat them, and it was exceptional. We won the gold in 1960, but 1980, that is, I would say, on record in my sport lifetime, 50-plus years watching sports, that is the single greatest sports moment that I have ever witnessed. And I don't think...
How about this, Slick? How about this? Great moments are born from great opportunity.
Yes.
If we played him 10 times, they'd win 9. Not tonight.
Yep.
You were born to be a hockey player.
Great.
I mean, those are Herb Brooks' lines that Kurt Russell delivered. It's chilling. It's just chilling how strong they are, how good they are, how meaningful they are.
And the head coach, Herb Brooks, that you're referring to, what a great loss that was when he passed away. What a tragic accident on the roadway. I believe, was that in Minnesota that he passed? I think it was on a highway in
it was just ice and hit a tree and just unfortunate accident.
What a sin.
What were you going to say, Kevin?
Well, you mentioned Snake Plissken. I was wondering, who do you think's the bigger badass, Snake Plissken or James Dalton from Roadhouse? Patrick Swayze.
You know what? Because, I'm going to say they're on equal footing because you're dealing in different moments in time. Like one is in the future.
Yeah.
One is in more of a,
Patrick Swayze could sing.
he sang a little bit.
Yeah, not bad.
But, he could also roundhouse kick.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's like the wind.
Yeah.
Don't ever do that again, Vin.
No, that was good. That was good delivery. Anyway,
breaking news?
I got one more quick one, Rick. NFL vet Vernon Davis, remember him? Accused of assaulting woman during argument over abortion. This is Dylan Gwynn at Breitbart. A little crazy story here. Former San Francisco 49ers tight end Vernon Davis is accused of assaulting a woman by throwing books and magazines at her during an argument over an abortion. According to TMZ Sports, the incident took place last year. A review of the criminal complaint filed on January 8th. A woman with whom Davis was in a relationship claims that on May 31st, she got into an argument with Davis over her pregnancy while she was at his home. The woman claims that the former 49er began hitting me with magazines and books under his TV and offered her $10,000 to have an abortion. That's really the story here. She further claims that the only thing that stopped Davis was when she pulled out her phone to film him. This was not the only alleged incident between the two. A week after the alleged book-throwing incident, the woman claims Davis slapped her across the face after she accused him of lying to her. She claims she warned her not to question him. So Davis's accuser also claimed to have an audio recording later that night when the former player reportedly told her, "If I really slapped you, your face would be black and blue." In addition, the woman claims another physical incident with Davis, which allegedly occurred before May 31st over an abortion, and I just gave you that story as well. So terrible news.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's all alleged, and it'll be played out in a court of law. But I hate to run these stories, but that one struck me kind of odd, huh? Offering a $10,000 for an abortion, if that was true.
All right.
All right, that's a wrap there.
There you have it. Live Slick Rick Sports brought to you by Mike Lindell's MyPillow. Go to mypillow.com. Use our code LFS6B at checkout. Vin has some news about one of our favorite senators, Lisa Murkowski. She's just a peach, Vin. What is she up to now?
Wait, I'm not sure where you got that. It was the Fed chairman is who I wanted to talk about.
Okay. Let's do that then.
Yeah, because
because he's a peach
I don't
too.
often. I know, but I don't often wrap my hands around the word moron, which I happen to see far too many of them on the left. But Trump called the Fed chairman a moron. And I looked at that and I said, oh, man, wow, that's pretty strong. Why is he calling him a moron? And then you look at what just happened. The Fed basically are holding. They're not lowering interest rates again. And one of the reasons they said is, well, we're still not sure if, inflation and unemployment and so on, are under control. These things have been under control and going not only in the right direction, but been completely under control probably since the first or second month Trump was in office. So for almost a full year, we have had our interest rates all tracking down. Our inflation rates tracking down, unemployment tracking down, prices of goods tracking down, not everything, but most things. All of our economic indicators have been excellent, while at the same time, unprecedented growth and investment in this country have been going on, unprecedented. And at the same time, we're paying down a huge national debt, which interest rates greatly impact our payments to. You put all of this into a bucket, you stir it in a pot, and you say, you know what, we should probably keep lowering interest rates. Real estate still needs a little help. Lower rates for business would be helpful to get costs down even further. It's a logical move. It's what every other Fed chairman would do and would have done. And if they interviewed them today and they were being honest, they would say, absolutely would have lowered them again now. And I'd probably lower them again next time we have a meeting. So when Trump uses the word moron, I say that this guy is a moron. And the only reason he's taking these positions is out of spite. It's like a Larry David show here. I feel it's like Curb Your Enthusiasm. He's got a spite store, which Larry David opened up on his show. This guy's just to spite Donald Trump. They don't want him to succeed. Yeah. He has the economy on such a roll right now that all it's going to take is little tweaks now. He's put it in a position where a rate drop of a quarter point, a half a point here and there dramatically accelerates the things that we're waiting to see happen here. And they're going to happen anyhow, except they can happen a little faster. Wouldn't we all want that? But no, this guy says no. So Trump, he's done basically as Fed chairman in May. I think next week or the week after, Trump's going to announce a new one who's going to take his place in May. Hopefully this guy quits. He probably won't because he's all about spite. Right. This is just an ego play by a small-minded guy. Yeah. And moron, I have to say, works. I don't usually like that word in general, but this guy is a complete moron because he's hurting the country because he hates Trump.
Well, that goes. That's kind of the operating. The modus of operation when it comes to the Democrats. Whatever helps the country. They stand against, right?
Yeah.
Whatever hurts Trump, they'll stand for because they don't care if it hurts the country. That's not what they're interested in. They're only interested in is gaining and keeping power. That's all they're interested in. That's all they ever want.
It's power.
And they will burn through anyone, even people on their own side, to get it. And that's what the idiots on the left.
You say they. This guy's independent. He's supposed to be independent.
He's not independent.
No, I know that. Believe me, it's a rhetorical question, right? But I know he's not. But he's supposed to be independent, and the people you're noting are Democrats.
Right.
Yeah. Right?
Well, that's who he falls in bed with.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
When he's reaching over to pull over the covers, he's cuddling up next to his Democrat friends. That's all they do is look for ways to try and screw over the president. Meanwhile, they're also screwing over the country. And what's insane,
you hurt the president, you hurt us.
Right. What's insane about it is that the Fed has always operated on old data. By the time they make a decision, things have already changed. We don't live in a static environment, a static economy. It's dynamic. It's always changing. And these idiots always refer back to, well, this happened 3 months ago, so I should react to that. Well, if that's the case, then you need to get out of the business and, ride away off to some island where Jeffrey Epstein used to own, and you'll be fine. Anyhow, all right. We'll take a quick break. I don't know where I was going at the end. I kind of get the rip.
Where is that? I like to buy a vowel.
Just leave me out there.
Last segment, Rick. Steer us into the dock. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. I'll steer you into the wall. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back. Last segment coming up live from Studio 6B. Stay there.
Bike Man says that when Georgetown was upset by Villanova, that's the greatest sports moment in American history.
Huge.
That was huge, but it wasn't life-changing. Wasn't life-changing.
Not even close.
No, I know.
Not even close to the Olympic hockey team. But that was pretty cool, right? We need a moment like that.
Change the whole
this
game,
country needs a moment like that.
Yeah.
Well, that happened in 2016, right?
Well, yeah. Well, you might get it with the Super Bowl. Then you got
Hillary was the Soviet hockey team. And Trump came out of nowhere because he'd never done it before, and she'd been around. She was the old veteran team. She had all her advisors, all her Soviets pushing her in one direction because the inevitable. They thought they were just going to coronate her as the president. And what happened? She got her ass kicked, handily.
All right, Vin. Islanders defeat the Rangers 2-1. Tight game there in the Garden. Just went
so
final.
That's 3 in a row, right? For the Islanders, well, they lost 2, and then they just won 3.
They needed it. They had a couple of duds the last couple of times, so they needed to get back.
They had a setback, but they certainly stepped up.
One of the church rioters.
Schaefer scored another one.
She got handcuffed. Black woman. She goes, we had handcuffs on us. As an African-American studies expert, it was the closest I was to slavery. Don't you hate when you get arrested for being stupid?
How about that one we had on The View?
Another genius.
Oh, my God. Right? The one with the hangings. Oh, Rick didn't see that.
Oh, yeah.
Right? We had that. Oh, that one was unbelievable. She said that she saw lynchings. Meanwhile, nothing had happened about, 100 years before she was born or something like that.
They're all morons.
I know.
All right, I'm going to come around the table one last time. Kevin, you want to do that breaking news?
Yeah.
All right.
No more.
Hey, what was that Murkowski thing? I don't have a Murkowski story. Do I? I don't have one.
It says you do.
Does I do? All right, let me see. I didn't have one, but maybe they put one in for me.
Oh.
You know how much I love her.
It's listed under Vin News.
All right, hang on.
The story's about Trump calling Murkowski a loser.
People are talking about a lot of great sports stuff, man.
I don't see that. Hang on.
Don't worry about it.
No, I just want to find it. Here it is. Vin News calls GOP Senator Murkowski losers over DHS.
NC State versus Houston, a Phi Slamma Jamma. That's right, Bill Moore. That was good stuff, baby. That was good stuff. Michael Phelps, 8 golds. That was pretty cool. Adam Hoffman. That really was. His career went up in smoke, though, right? What does he do? No, he's got something good now.
Who?
Is he training out?
All right, live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Thursday night. Last segment of the show. If you stayed with us the entire time, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We're going to go back around the room one more time and kind of put a bow on this show. But first, let's let's check in with Kevin Downey Jr. He's got some breaking news. Breaking news. Let's go to the Kevin Downey Jr. portion of the desk for breaking news. KDJ, what do you got?
Thank you, Rick Delgado. This is Kevin Downey Jr., very serious news correspondent. And here's what's going on. Breaking news from Seattle. That's one of the big blue toilet towns on the West Coast. A jury has just awarded $30 million to the father of a teen who was shot and killed during the Capitol Hill protest, Chop Zone, or the Chaz Zone. They changed it because they're hipsters. This kid, it's sad. I follow this for a while. 16 years old. He gets lured into the Chop Zone because he, wants to see what's going on. And he gets killed because the summer of love was really the summer of rape and murder. And that's the way the communists like it, by the way. That's not an accident. So this dragged on for 3 weeks. And the family has won. It's really the father, I guess. But $30 million. Now, this is only one of several people killed in the Chop Zone.
Right.
He's the youngest, though.
But that was the summer of love. That was supposed to be where all love and all the people were, gathering together for love.
Incense and peppermint. Yeah.
And they smelled like patchouli oil or whatever
Monday.
So what happened?
So the 16-year-old goes there. And now keep in mind, the Chop Zone or whatever, there's no one in charge. There's no one in charge except for some guy who's with BLM. He's the one with the, he was a rapper. Go figure. And he had an AR-15. And he was in charge of the place. And he was raping people and shooting people, or as he was allowing it. We don't really know. But I don't know if it's a stray bullet. We just don't know. They're not going to say they're communists. So a 16-year-old kid's life snuffed out. And now, that was 2020. So, call it 5.5 years later, the family finally gets, you can't compensate for the life of a 16-year-old kid, or anyone for that matter. But it's good to see, because remember, was this the mayor who called it the Summer of Love?
Yeah, Summer of Love.
Summer of Love, yeah. Well, now you're going to pay $30 million because you got a kid killed. You don't let communist street turds take over part of your town.
Right.
You don't do that. And they did, because they're communist street turds. And that's what happened. That's breaking news right now.
That's breaking news coming out of Seattle. Good news for that family. Like you said, no amount of money is going to bring that poor kid back. But you know what? Make the guilty pay is what I say.
Yep.
Real quick, talking about what we've been talking about, the liberal lunatics on the left. Oh, turns out the liberal lunatic story about this guy Alex Preddy seems to be taking shot after shot after shot, and I'm not making a pun there. I probably should have reworded it. It just kind of came out. But new video is exposing who this guy really was. It turns out, and Elizabeth Warren had some nice things to say about him. We put those. Actually, I didn't put those together. Maze Moore put those together for you to check out. This is cut number 9. So when your liberal friend start talking about this nurse who is just trying to help people, keep in mind he had a broken rib from his previous encounter with ICE. Previous encounter with ICE? Yes, previous encounter with ICE because, well, he's a radical lunatic. Cut number 9. Check this out.
Caring for people was at the core of who he was. He was incapable of causing harm. Alex carried patience, compassion, and calm as a steady light within him. Even at the very end, that light was there.
Yeah.
I recognized
I see it.
his familiar stillness and signature calm composure.
Yeah, his calm composure,
signature,
which I guess he was, practicing for the to do the field goal kick at the Super Bowl there, by lining up and trying to kick an ICE vehicle. Way to go, nice guy, great words, Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
Psyop.
Hey, Vin, what do you got to wrap things up?
Oh, the nerve of that woman to get up and say those things, having no idea who this guy really is,
stupid she
just to be political. Yeah, it just goes to show you, just how freaking shallow she is. That's just horrible. I only have one quick thing. And we talked about the Summer of Love. Remember that. All those riots went on during the summer, and we knew they were designed to have a certain effect in our country, and they did. They wound up pushing a guy like Joe Biden through, right? Now a New York suburb has been making a motion to put into law that their folks in their county do not need to cooperate with ICE. Should ICE come to New York? Now, the reason I equate that to Summer of Love is because this is what's going to happen this summer, folks. As we get closer to the summer, in many of the states, Democratic states, they are going to, and especially the sanctuary city ones or sanctuary state ones, but they are going to push legal moves so that they legally don't have to cooperate with ICE. All of that to let the chaos grow and have another Summer of Love. It is coming. The midterms are coming. They're going to turn the cities into complete chaos. I'm hoping the Trump administration is ahead of them on this in some way, shape, or form. I know we're trying to actually get legislation to outlaw sanctuary cities and sanctuary states, which, as I've said before in the show, it's just illegal. I mean, to even have that, I can't believe that became a law. You're defying the police to arrest people, and you make that a law.
Yeah.
I don't. It makes no sense. It's the world of backwards. But they're already making moves. We're going to see this across the country. So watch out for that.
All right. Where is that in New York? So we know to avoid it like the plague.
It's in an upstate, it's up by suburbb. So the New York Democratic congressperson is pushing this through.
Who?
Lawler, one of our few Republican senators we have in Congress in New York is trying to fight that. They're trying to block that. But our state is overwhelmed with these loonies. They're gonna pass something that's going to come across. And you got Mondami. You don't think they're going to do the same? I mean.
Yeah,
it's going to happen.
He's already talked about it. So, all right, Vin, thank you very much. And let's tie things up with some sports one more time with Slick Rick Sports, brought to you by Mike Lindell. Use our code LFS6B at checkout. Slick, what do you got?
Well, we have a Super Bowl coming up in about 9 days.
I've heard.
Yes, it's got big news. And you won't see me tomorrow night, so I want to get 2 more sports stories in on the Super Bowl, and then that'll be it. Real quick, though, Mike Vrabel today said that Drake May, they're not too worried about his shoulder, his throwing arm there. He's got a little issue. They're not so sure I would rotate a cuff or exactly what it is. He did hurt it in the third quarter of the game against Denver, the championship game on last Sunday. So we'll see what's going on there. Obviously, Tommy DeVito was throwing the ball around a little bit. Backup quarterback. Number 2 backup quarterback is Joshua Dobbs. So who knows what we'll see. But that's kind of why the line has been moving to around 4.5, may even end up at 5. And with that, the AGA expects a record $1.76 billion with a B to be bet on Super Bowl 60. David Purdom of ESPN, approximately $1.76 billion is expected. How do they know it's exactly 76 to be bet on Super Bowl 60 with U.S. sportsbooks? A nearly 27% year-over-year increase, according to the American Gaming Association. The projected figure the AGA said would be a record includes only wages with U.S. legal sports books, which operate in 39 states and the District of Columbia. It doesn't count the office box pool and
yeah, exactly.
You have like churches doing boxes now. Everybody and their mother's got a box that they're running, with sports at the Super Bowl. So it'll be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. And anyway, Rick, that's a wrap, and I'll see you on Monday. I got the Prince show tomorrow night with my guys out east.
All right, you can buy acres ass with that much money, man.
Front row.
Anyhow, what did I say? It was I that's a recall, right?
It's a callback.
Something early in this. A callback, yes. It's a callback there, Vin.
Come on.
Anyhow,
hello.
Yeah,
hello.
So that kind of puts a wrap on it. Slick Rick, he just announced he's not going to be on the show tomorrow night.
Sorry.
And so it'll be myself, Paul, and Vin. Because KJ, you're on the road, aren't you?
Oh, I will be.
Where are you going to be?
Erie, Pennsylvania. Thank you for asking. I actually know where I am this time. Erie, Pennsylvania. Keller's Comedy and Magic Club, Friday and Saturday, 7 p.m. Thank you, sir.
All right, very good. So make sure you follow Kevin Downey Jr. on all your social media, and remember, listen to him Monday through Friday as well, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on linewsradio.com. Thank you all for watching on this Thursday night shirt night, as we salute our military, active and retired, our first responders, EMTs, firefighters, police, ICE agents, Border Patrol, everybody working the front lines. Thank you so much for what you do for this country and for keeping us safe. We appreciate it. Thank you for Aaron and Fran in the booth, Slick Rick, KDJ, Vinny down in West Palm Beach, and everybody down in West Palm that helps put Vinny on the air. thank you so much for the work you guys do down there as well. We will see you tomorrow night for Friday night as we kick off the weekend on a Pizza Friday. Thanks for watching. We will see you tomorrow live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice. Peace.
Can play football. And I can play catch. And I can walk. So what do you say? Will you say yes right now? It's so easy. All you have to do is pick up the phone or go to loveshriners.org right now and say yes. When you say yes to giving just $19 a month, only 63 cents a day, we'll send you this adorable Love to the Rescue blanket as a reminder of all the kids you're helping every day. My life is filled with possibility because of the monthly support of people just like you who called the number on your screen and said yes. 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 Your yes is making a difference in my life and the lives of so many other kids like me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for giving. Please call or go online